all of those who follow me on social media and stuff, I think you'll notice I posted a post last week of just some rough sea and stuff, and said, oh, I'm going to be announcing a new challenge soon. And everyone started guessing, saying, oh, you're going to swim the channel, or obviously there were some stupid ones as well, like you're going to do the dishes, you're going to have a bath and all this kind of stuff. But I got a phone call 2 weeks ago from my mate John Haskell. John has rowed the Atlantic in 2011. He said, there's a space on a boat for you to row the Atlantic if you want to do it. So of course I'm driving to London and I'm thinking, oh man, this is this is a challenge, because I've been asked to row the Atlantic before and I turned it down because, there was a few reasons why I turned it down. Because one, there's a big possibility of death. Two, it wasn't right at the time. And three, I generally scared me. I shit myself. I thought, Christ, I thought of doing that. But this time around, he asked me, and for some reason, I found it quite appealing, and I just really thought about it. But obviously, before doing something like this, I couldn't get it out of my head for the whole weekend, because I knew I had to ask my loved ones, like my family, my mother, and my fiance, Kira, because this kind of challenge should be taken lightly, for obvious reasons. I'm going to be gone for a long time. You've got to dedicate a lot of my time to training and stuff. And obviously when you're on the boat, you could be gone for anything up to 30 to 50 days on a boat. So before I could say yes, I had to sit down, speak to my mother. And you can imagine what she was like. She just I don't want to know anymore. That's what her words every time I talk about it. She said, shut up. Because my mother worries big time. You can imagine what I've put her through over the years with Dirty Sanchez and all the other challenges I've done. And then, of course, I had to check with Kira, my fiance. And, she's always been really supportive before in the past with all the other challenges I've done. Again, this is completely different. So I spoke to her about it, and she's been cool. She's been absolutely, don't get me wrong, she's worried for me. She said from now on until you actually do it and finish it, she said obviously my sleeping pattern was going to be a bit messed up for just worrying. My mother was the same. My dad was just a dad, really. He was in the Navy, so he's like, oh, bloody brilliant. Oh, Christ. There's nothing like being out in the open sea on those big waves. My mother clipped him one and said, he's on a bloody rowing boat, not a Navy ship, you fucking idiot. So anyway, that was pretty funny. And my mother said yes. Obviously, my brother and everything, they think it's brilliant. And my fiance said yes. And so I phoned them up and I said, yeah, I'm in. I'm all in. I'm up for it. And I'm willing to take on the challenge. I've done a lot of things in the past. Big challenges, like running John Goes Land's End, cycling John Goes Land's End, big swims, Ironman, double Ironman, triple Ironman, and the last big challenge I did was the Decker, which was 10 Ironman in 10 days, and that was last year. My motivation really is I just love doing this kind of stuff, and that it gives me it just makes me happy, basically. That is my motivation to do it. It just makes me happy. I don't sitting on my ass and not doing anything sends me sideways, and knowing I've got something to work towards, that's my motivation enough. And just doing these things puts me in a happy place. So I'd say that's my reason for doing this kind of thing, is to put a smile on my face. and at the same time raise some much needed funds for some good charities. Another reason why I'm doing this is, like most of us, this year has been absolute hell. What with lockdowns, COVID, and all that's going on. I must admit, my mind's gone a bit south. My mental health has suffered quite a bit. And I mean, yes, like most of us, you know, humans are not meant to be locked down. And at the same time, my businesses have suffered as well. Two of my businesses pretty much gone, and my third business, which is struggling as well because of these lockdowns and nobody. Well, there's just nobody coming in to spend money. So from having these businesses, just basically from having a lot of stuff going on to all of a sudden having nothing, and with having COVID and the lockdowns and everything, it's driven my mental health. It just skyrocketed. So I mean, I've been quite open with my mental health in the past, and so that's another reason why I want to do this, because I know now that I've got a goal and I have to start training, and I've got something to focus on, and training makes me happy, exercise makes me happy. I mean, no stress. This row starts in January next year, so I'm pretty late to the table, and I started training this week. I'm working with Mark Whittle and Josh Davis. Mark Whittle's been my coach for years, doing all this kind of stuff. So he's setting me up a plan, a training plan, and I'm going to be doing my strength work with Josh, ready for the off in January.
Do you have any concerns about the journey?
Do I have any concerns about the journey? I've got quite a few concerns. I mean, we had a Zoom meeting with the crew last week, and of course I was asking them all the questions under the sun, like you would be. You know, I'm a beginner to rowing. The only thing I've rowed is a rowing boat down Roath Park Lake in Cardiff. The thought of jumping in a boat and going across the Atlantic. There's a lot of things on my mind. What happens if the boat turns over? Am I going to fall out? Am I going to get lost at sea? What happens when What happens when a massive storm comes? There's something weird in my head that says I really hope we have a storm, so I could really shit me up. I mean, that's where the buzz comes from, I suppose. At the end of the day, yeah. If it was all plain sailing and flat as a pancake, where's the rush? But if the waves are huge and you're hanging on for dear life, then that's that's all right. Whew, I think we're going to do this road naked as well. We do it naked because the salt water will rub on your clothes and stuff, which gives you rashes. So, sort of sitting there rowing naked, practically shitting myself because the waves are so big. I feel sorry for the person rowing behind me. The plan of the journey is, for me basically, is I have to start training now, and I have started training. And then the plan of the journey is we pick up the boat, which is getting built at the moment in Southampton. We're going to pick the boat up and we're going to go on a ferry ride to Lanzarote. And that's where, on the 8th of January, we leave the UK on our mission to get to Lanzarote. We should get to Lanzarote on the 12th of January. And then I spend, from the 12th of January onwards, just going through the boat, make sure everything's packed, doing some courses, doing a lot of getting used to the boat, just getting to know the boat, before we do the off, and just learning the safety stuff and just making sure before I go I'm absolutely clued up to everything, all the dangers that could happen, food and all this kind of stuff. We're going to be leaving on the 25th, we're trying to aim for, of January, weather depending. We've got somebody there who's going to be looking out for the weather, and he will give us the green light and say, right, you go. And as soon as he gives us the green light, we're jumping in that boat and we're off. So we're going from Lanzarote to Antigua in the Caribbean. We're doing it for 2 charities. We're doing it for mental health, mind, and I'll be doing it for the Dean Farm Trust as well, which was in one of our blogs the other week. So we're raising money for the animal charity and for mental health as well. So that is the plan. If anyone out there can help me with this challenge, be much appreciated, with sponsorship, a nutritionalist, and after a rowing machine for my house. So if anyone out there knows of anyone, just borrow me a rowing machine or something which I can use for my house, because I think if lockdown happens again, the gyms are going to be closed and I won't have a rowing machine to row on. So if anyone out there can help me with the rowing machine, that'd be much appreciated, so I can practice in my house as well. So that's the plan, and I will take you through everything as of now, leading up to the off date on the 25th of January. Any final words? I just hope my journey to this row will inspire other people to pick up some kind of sport or anything really. I mean, at this moment in time, life is a proper pain in the arse, and it's kicked us all up the bollocks with this lockdown. So yeah, keep smiling, everyone. It may be tough now, but things will always get better. Happy days. Let's do this shit.